Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to our home. Yeah, we're at home this week. I've got a decorative light fitting to change for you, or to install for you rather. The 6-inch pendant is pretty standard and basic, what had come with a basic rewire. The house got rewired about 2 or 3 years ago before we moved in, and we're now refurbing the house in general, room by room, area by area, doing as much as we can whenever we can with 2 under 3. It's pretty difficult and tricky sometimes, but we've got to the stage now, we're in the hallway, and it's time to change this standard pendant for a more decorative light fitting. Now, I just dropped the cap down. I know from previous jobs I've been doing in this place that this is the first light on the downstairs circuit, and then it goes to the various other rooms and stuff, and there's also a live out going to the first smoke alarm down here. Now, with there being so many cables at that one point in the ceiling, what I would be doing, especially when you're going to be fitting a new decorative light fitting, you don't want a load of cables all bunched up within it and kind of just creating this kind of bird's nest that you're trying to cram onto the ceiling. So what I'm going to do, push those back into the ceiling, access the floor upstairs in my son's bedroom, pull the carpet up, pull the boards up, and we'll be installing a maintenance-free box in there, maintenance-free termination box in there. Drop one wire out of that so that we just have a line neutral and CPC up here. Obviously the connections to the new fitting, and that'll make things a lot easier to install. The particular light we're going to be using here has been supplied to us from houseof.com. You can go and check them out on Instagram. It's houseof.com, and you can actually say DOTCOM, houseof.com, and check them out on their website. I'll leave a link in the description as well. You can view all their products and see it all displayed in various different people's homes and houses and stuff. As usual, you just want to check that the electricity has been turned off. At the moment it's very much on. So what we'll do, we'll go and isolate the MCB down there, lock it off, prove that the voltage indicators are actually working okay, and then prove that dead. Now the MCB's turned off and locked off, and what we want to do now is just to make sure and just check that everything is indeed dead, which it is. We've got no power there, no power there. Nothing between line and CPC. Nothing between line and neutral, nothing between CPC and neutral. Absolutely dead, and then obviously we can go ahead and prove that the voltage indicator is working fine, which it is. The proving unit. And now we know that the power's off there's no juice whatsoever, and it's safe to work on. And what we'll do is start taking the pendant off, push the cables up, and go and make those terminations in the floor. I've just nipped out to the shed to get a few other bits and pieces we're going to need to make the connections in the ceiling, and I thought I'd open the actual box the light came in as well, and just show you it a bit more in detail and what you get in the box and stuff like that. So obviously basic instructions it says here, just make sure that you get a qualified electrician to fit the light, shut off the power before installing the light. Yeah, definitely get a qualified electrician to do it. What you get, so obviously you get a light, 16 shades. Oh, you actually get a spare one there, it says, so yeah, you get 17, so in case you drop any. Some plugs and screws I think will come in here for however you're gonna anchor it to the ceiling. My situation might be that I put some timber in there if I can't find the joist, or we'll have a look at that when we go and pull the floorboards up. And again, down here it's showing you one cable coming through the ceiling as a means of connection here, so it's just a lot easier to get one cable through, which is why I'm using the maintenance-free box here. In this case, we're going to be using Ideal's Inshore box with their connectors as well. Used these before, pretty easy enough, pretty simple enough to do. Make the connections with the other cables, and then just have one cable coming out feeding the light itself. Screw that to the side of the joist, throw a zip tie on it, keep it shut, make sure it's maintenance-free, and obviously, well, in my case, I usually write something on it as well, the date or what it's for and what it's supplying and stuff like that. Now here's the rose itself with a driver on it, just a normal Electron driver. Yeah, that's why I want to keep everything cables wise to a minimum. If I've just got one cable coming down here, then it's there's obviously more room to manoeuvre and more space and stuff in there, and things aren't going to start getting overheated. This part here is obviously your earth connection to earth, so you've got your yellow and green, it connects to here, and on this side, on the main side here, where you've got your brown and blue in our case, which is going to be your connections there. So what else do you get in the box? Well, in the actual, it's quite a big box it comes in as well. Obviously all comes in this cloth here that I've got it set on. It's this kind of paper cloth. It's really well protected, all wrapped up in quite a big box. And these are the actual shades, so as you can see, they screw on just over there like that. I'm not going to screw them all on now, I'll wait till I've finished it, just to show you guys right now. That's what it looks like. But yeah, it's really well made. I can't wait to get it up on the ceiling, see how it goes. And without further ado, without me rambling on anymore, let's go and get on with the wiring. So, access the floor above, and here we are. We've got two live outs, a live in, and a switch, and they're just going through there. Bit of fire cement or whatever they've used to seal the hole. Obviously there's no timber or anything to anchor into properly. You do have this kind of lat stuff, but it's not going to be substantial enough, so I'm going to put a bit of a batten in there just to hold the light fitting itself. But for now I'll pull these out and get them made off into that maintenance free connector. All the cables are connected up nice and tight inside the maintenance free box now. Screwed to the joist and zip tied shut, and I'll probably just write, like I say, a date or something on there, what it's feeding, what it's supplying. Here's the one cable I need to go down, and that's just coming out the side, swerving round, and I'll just shove that through this little hole here. I did end up putting a bit of a timber batten in there just to take the weight of the light fitting. It's not too heavy itself, but just gives you peace of mind when you know the front door slams, it's not going to land on your head. So we'll shove this through there and go and connect it up down in the hallway. So that's the bracket fixed to the ceiling and the cable pulled through. All we need now is the light. And here it is. What do you think, Charlie? So there we are, the light's installed. Sputnik. All we need to do now is wait for it to go dark, turn it on and see what it looks like. There we go, it's not quite dark, but it's dark enough to show you the light. I've also flipped it upside down so the arms are facing up. There you go.
Please like and subscribe.